That's perfect. So the lights that you're seeing now, oh, they're flickering. Well, I hope none of you have epilepsy. But as you can see, I'm streaming on 2 different things. By the way, just some information. Oh my god, I thought I heard breathing! These fuckity fucks! God damn it, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god! Okay, back to it. For this, I'm kind of just gonna do what I want to be like. If I'm alone, I'll work on this. I'm also going to work on it on my own without streaming as well. But more in the recent, I'm going to start trying and streaming with my friend. So hopefully that goes well. I'm also gonna have some shit playing in the background, so I'll try to look at like comments and shit often. I guess this is kind of just Q&A and question shit time. I will also answer questions on the other thing. I'll try to remember to read said questions before I answer them. I hope that's alright. But yeah. So camera 1 is like right here. And then there's streaming over here on Facecast. My name on all of my platforms is Kaylin is here. Kaylin is here on YouTube though, is Slidevids Gaming. It just only shows up when you look up Kaylin is here. I'm not sure why, but it does. So, there's that information. I'm going to continue to listen to stuff as I build. Like I said, I'm gonna look every once in a while and make sure that there's videos. So yeah.
But we needed small pieces, no more than half an inch thick, and usually live edge wood is much thicker. Luckily, after much searching, don't do that, we found some mesquite with really interesting cracks in it. Perfect for filling with resin.
So there are some great parts in each of these.
Cracks.
Great crevices.
10 out of 10 crevice.
This one, that one's my favorite crevice.
Yeah. So we finalized our placements for maximum crack exposure.
Giving them a little sneak peek.
Be good to make crack. And the next step is to fill these cracks with resin before we carve them into these individual shapes.
No idea what I'm gonna do right
an
now.
experiment first.
I'm just kind of wandering, trying to think of stuff I could do.
Because yes, we have
Crazy
some great
freak
cracks
join.
here.
Hello.
But we might want to add some more cracks too, and
maybe even enlarge our crevices.
Maybe enlarge our cracks and crevices. Are we gonna be doing this like the whole time? Natural crevices only, or artificial crevices too? Which way is it gonna spit?
It spits that way.
Okay, yeah. I'm a little nervous. It's been a while since we did this.
Ooh.
It's kind of scary how buttery smooth that is.
Yeah, it like eats away at it like nothing.
I know. So I tried a couple different sizes of cracks. Now I'm gonna go in and clean up these bad boys. How is it like? I can feel it poking me through the shirt. Is it in my shirt? It's in my pockets.
I'll put a tiny cabin.
That's great.
Here.
Was I recording any of that? No.
Well, you can show them now, I guess. They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I'll do that afterwards. It was some
good carving.
Right? I got some nice tapered corners. You know, I can record record you trying it, and we'll have that at least.
I'm gonna go for a staggered crack.
I'm sorry that I'm not talking a lot. I'm just very focused. So I will explain what I'm doing. I am trying on here. I've just been wandering around my world. I built this large, like, mansion-esque house. There's nothing in it. At least not right now. Before I made this world, and it was really important to me. And basically what it was is that it was this world that me and a lot of my friends had built together over a long period of time, and it was like this giant city, and there was like a banking system to it and everything. It was like a server, and we were planning on making a server when I got older, and then I had to move out of my dad's house, and the world was lost. It was corrupted. And I cried a lot. My dad was like wondering why I cried so much. Even though my family's all gamers, they were wondering, and I'm like, because I spent so much time on it and it had such a significant meaning to me, it really hurt to lose it, so I'm gonna make another one. And I'm gonna cry if it gets deleted again.
The next day, the last time we sanded off a big chunk of resin.
So I'm gonna make it, but it's not gonna be as chunky. It was like really crappy last time. It was cool and impressive, but it was like, cause like it was this giant world and it was really cool, but yeah.
Natural wave.
Yeah, not all of our keyboards set perfectly flat, so instead of hand sanding it, I thought it would be good to bust out our planer that we haven't used in 1 year.
Yeah.
Alright, time for loud machinery.
Okay, I think that's it.
Everything looks really good.
So my initial observation is that, you know, my eye goes to the ones we made. The existing ones, I kind of barely even see.
I think that if we didn't do it, there's just a strong possibility that we'll regret not doing more. And if we mess it up, maybe we can just keep on adding more until it looks good. Right?
We got our initial cracks carved, and then we decided that we want to take it a little bit more extreme. We're actually going to try to do our own faux live edge on the tops of 3 of these pieces. So you can see where we're going to carve out. Now this is going to be a lot of resin.
I feel like if we're going to be calling this a resin and wood computer case, we need some more resin.
This is going to be a lot of carving.
Anybody watch? Oh my god. I like how on YouTube I have like no one watching, and then on fucking Facecast there's like 600 people. What the fuck?
I'm so glad
That's
you had that idea.
crazy.
Some, like, really
Like,
large
I swear to God. So I talked to my grandmother about this the other day, right? Is I have this joke that the reason I can't like get really good on anything is that so Facecast, the base of communications is I believe in China or Taiwan. I can't remember where, but I know it's not in the US, right? And so every place that I try to like get a following on that's based off in the US, like I fail. Like I can't get anywhere on Instagram, YouTube, nothing. Right? And I was like so confused as to why. And I'm like, it's because I'm like, I'm an anarchist, really. But not in the way of, oh, I don't want any government so I can like murk people. But I don't want any government because a lot of the times the government takes advantage of people. And the reason I think I don't get famous is because in American politics you don't see a lot of actual radicalists. Like, you don't see anarchists in politics. You just don't. The reason I think that is I think that they've all just been assassinated. Because anarchists are dangerous, not just for American civilization, but for everyone. And so it's a lot harder to keep people down when there's a bunch of anarchists everywhere. And if there's famous anarchists, it allows people to radicalize and get together and take over governments easier. You know? So I feel like the reason I don't get famous on American television is because there's like the FBI is like, this bitch, I swear to God, like that has to be, because I get perfectly good amounts of followings on like these streaming like sites and all sorts of stuff, and other people find me interesting and all these other things, and I don't have a problem getting a good following on other websites, but I cannot for the life of me. Any place that is stationed or like is base or operations is in the US, I can't get a following. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just want to be popular.
So look at how much our first batch soaked in. Isn't that crazy? It's like we didn't even resin these cracks.
Kaylin,
Yeah?
I have the most severe case of, like, mask beard ever. There's a little shelf right there. That means that all of this is a big puff.
Baby, that's a look.
3 rounds of resining later, it's not sinking in anymore. There's no exposed crevices. And it is very interesting. If you look at how the resin settled, you can actually see where the cracks are underneath the resin, even though it's flat.
It like slurped the pigment.
We're going to have to wait until this fully hardens because we don't want to be... We don't want to be cutting off uncured... Not fully cured resin.
Yeah.
I thought I would have gotten better at words by now. Is the talent here yet?
She was supposed to be here an hour ago. I don't know what's going on. The talent is here. Did you get ham for her as per my request? She requires ham after every photo.
Want ham?
It's the grand debut of Jude's new website, Supervisor.com, built using our sponsor, Squarespace, of course. And you have 45 seconds till this talent needs a nap. Go! Squarespace is a one-stop shop for websites, whether you're selling a product or sharing your portfolio.
Yes. Work it, darling. Work it.
Building Supervisor.com with Squarespace was really intuitive using their templates, and it works on
Oh, it's so cute, a cow. I heard a noise when I looked around. It's a good cow. Oh.
E-commerce tools and schedule appointments. The talent needs a hand
What the
break.
fuck? I don't have no idea what I'm doing with this right now.
Squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Evan and Caitlin for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Let's just go with it. Oh my god. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So, it wasn't going through the planer. We realized there was sticky residue on the back.
We're baby powdering the wood. Oh no!
That's really great. Cool.
I know.
I love how it has its own unique little pattern in each one.
I'm so relieved that it looks okay, because we really didn't know if our artificial cracks would look nice or not, but I think it looks cool.
I think it looks really
natural.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright. Let's, hope we don't mess up this CNC segment coming up. No pressure.
Okay. What the fuck? I don't even know.
I was so worried. Look how close it
Give me
is
a
to the
second.
edge of our resin
Yeah.
tool.
Let's carve the rest.
After the CNC, we routed in a ledge for our glass top to sit on. And then came the polishing. Evan, how was the polishing?
It was long.
I've been editing. Let me check in on him. Hey, Pepe. How you doing? Okay. I think that might be a sign.
It's a joke. You want to see something cool?
Yes.
There's a spare test piece that I polished. So this is the original. Oh yeah, by the way, look at that. Oh.
That piece is amazing. That's the front.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
Look at that sheen. It looks. I'd look at that and say it's perfect. It's good to go. It's polished. But look at that and how glossy that is.
Oh.
That way right there.
Yeah.
For something that we're gonna have for so long that we put already so much effort into, figured we should probably go the extra mile, even though it's like, oh, we need to ship this out tomorrow. This is daylight savings time. It's only 10:15 at night. we only have to finish all of these.
By tomorrow.
I don't even.
But it just looks so shiny.
It's so shiny.
It's so shiny. So, what do you come out here for? I feel like there's a point every few projects where we just like stare at the project we've done. We're like, this is the prettiest, best thing we've ever done.
It's not even done.
That is so dang pretty.
Look at how shiny this resin is.
The polishing we did for the resin.
I don't like it. I'm just trying it.
And this is the softest, most
Fuck it.
smooth
Fuck it. Fuck it. No, I hate it. 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 Ah.
Finishing method.
Wood oil. This isn't something that's gonna be subject to lots of wear and tear. We're gonna put it in place, and it will stay there, and no one's allowed to touch it. So, I think it'll be fine.
I think we're allowed to like add
We're
it
allowed
a little bit. Alright, Caitlin, you want to do the initial oil? Are you ready? You need a little bit more time?
No, I'm ready.
Well, give that a little shaky shake to mix all the components.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you making this creepy?
That's sexy music behind it.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, geez. Gonna be so nice.
Oh, wow, that makes such a huge color difference.
I'm just gonna make a basic bitch right now.
Okay. Are you nervous? I'm a little nervous about drilling into the pretty wood.
Everything so far has worked well. If we mess it up now,
Yes?
we won't.
On the right side.
What if I crack it open and we have to go back to the resin?
Nope. Scrapping the project. Not happening.
Bingo, bingo. To have this box we made like a year or two ago, and it just so happens to fit the computer case we just made. I don't want to ship anything flimsy cardboard.
Is this overkill? Maybe. Do we care? We care about our computer.
Alright, let's back it up.
It's a super small space, but it's mostly for looks. I don't think anybody's ever gonna want to move into this place.
Safe travels.
So, like I said before, I put real estate like stuff so people go buy a house. So you can get like any house technically, but it's obviously regulated.
Time to send him off. Get his electronics added.
It seems like it's been such a long time coming.
It has been. Artesian builds take care of our boy.
I'm the computer right here. Let's get this plugged in so we can see all that RGB.
I know. Here, don't you touch it. Let me move it. Let me move it. You hold on to it. Use two hands.
We've spent so long on this. Artesian Builds has pulled an all-nighter to get this back to us on time. It's looking good.
Hey, Julie, you want to come see?
There's tape.
Julie, there's tape.
This is your favorite. Do you like?
Yes,
Oh my God. Julie, are you as excited as we are?
I'd like to.
Oh, looks so fancy.
Oh, the guts.
Oh,
The glorious
look at
guts.
those cables. Look at those heat vents.
I put in a basement into this house
Heat sink on that boy.
because
What everyone has
it's a
been
small
waiting for,
fucking house.
bring on the RGB, which is over here somewhere.
So,
Oh,
the other houses, by the way, I am going to put in furniture. The reason I didn't put furniture in the other house is because that's probably going to be my house unless I build a house that I like more. But right now, that's going to be my home.
The glass with our logo on it.
it feels glorious.
It looks glorious.
Feels glorious.
They feel glorious, guys.
Oh, I guess once I was feeling with my hand and once with my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to check out Artesian Build's actual build of this computer, we're going to have a link below to their video as well as their website if you want more info on them. And because we know people will ask in the comments, we're going to put the specs on the screen, so get ready to pause. 3, 2, 1.
And since this is now the most powerful computer we own, it's one of a kind, it's our aesthetic, it's beautiful. Who gets to have it, Caitlin? We only have one.
Wait, are we going on shoot? Rock,
Yeah.
paper, scissors, shoot?
Yeah, shoot.
2 out of 3?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh! It's 2 out of 3, it's 2 out of 3. Wait, I'm not ready. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Noah, you get to cut this. We both did scissors. You had to win. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh no!
Okay, it all comes down to this.
I'm hitting my hand so hard.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh! It's mine! It's mine!
Chill. The bitch. That looks cool.
I think our
Hold
time
on,
with
get it,
Alex
just
Steel
the roof.
making this Damascus steel knife has rubbed off on us. Because we're about to do another in the series about this knife. So today we're going to be playing with leather and we're going to try making a...
Sheep?
Oh my word! Yeah, I forgot the word. Well, anyways, let's get started.
Let's get started. So, because this is how we roll, we have designed what our sheath is going to look like.
Fucking
This is
bitch.
really beautiful.
There it is.
Fuck.
So, here's the knife. We need to add a certain amount of room,
For the leather to stretch.
and those going to have to go up and around. Now, I also added a slot. Oh my gosh, it's like to scale. I want to add this clip. So there's going to be a hole right there for these rivets and a slot for this to wrap around. So, I think it's time to cut it.
You could do this a few different ways. The last time we worked with leather, we cut it on a laser cutter, which definitely works. It was very stinky. It smells terrible, but it works. You could cut this by hand, but we are not skilled leather craftsmen, so we are going to cut it on our Cricut.
Plus, we're going to be making multiple of them, and cutting the same thing multiple times would be a pain in the butt. Oh, also, guys, look at this. This is not even a feature, but it's just so cool.
It's really fancy.
And one of my favorite things, there's like storage things everywhere. And I don't know, that's not my favorite thing. I just love storage things. But, alright, so we exported everything from Fusion, we cleaned it up in Illustrator, and now we're going to pull it into the Cricut design space and get cutting.
You okay?
I'm using the Strong Grip mat, which lives up to its name, just in case. I'm going to reinforce by adding a little bit of glue tape.
Yeah, this is pretty thick leather.
The cutter like presses down with 10 times more force than the old Crickets did.
It can do like thin wood too,
Yeah,
right?
balsa
Like
wood. Press load. Ooh. So one of the reasons why I went with squares instead of ovals again is just because like curving around something substantial like that with a knife, I thought that squares would be easier. Let's see if this fits.
Line up.
Yeah, the whole totally lines up.
Slap it on. We're done. Are we gonna cut a second one, or are we?
No, I think let's just like push it down and see if it kind of, if it seems like it might even fit. I think let's just sew it and let's see what happens.
We're gonna do the old school way. Yeah, that looks great. I think if you had a more complex shape, this would be a lot harder, like a cat or something.
Because everyone does cats.
I like cat stuff. So we have our two sets ready. Logically, the steps that would make the most sense would be to barge these together, leaving one side open, then do our hole punching, and then we'll sew it.
Yes. All right, here you go. I'm going to start barging. We're going to do a very light coat. Before we glue these two halves together, we should probably attach the belt clip. Barge it in place.
But make sure it doesn't squeeze out, because we don't want them to accidentally attach.
Yeah, I'll just do it down the center.
I have so many strings going on right now.
Oh.
Oh no!
Alrighty, so there's some camera malfunctions, and all of a sudden, my clip is on, and the rivet is set.
It wasn't that hard. We just put on the clip so that it wasn't pinching onto the barge. It wasn't that exciting.
Riveting. Speaking of which...
Oh my god!
Speaking of which, let's do some rivets. The nice side, put it on the outside. Start the whole assembly on this tiny anvil. And then you smash it with a hammer.
Carefully.
Yeah, like that.
Smash it with a hammer!
Now time to do the final barging.
Oh yeah, that side's not barged. I was like, this one's not going together. It just won!
But I think that like stagger, you don't need to wait, you can just go.
Oh, don't you need to wait?
Do you need to wait?
Allow to cure overnight before placing into service.
How about instead we give it an hour or two while we eat?
And then we'll come back and do the next step.
You don't even know. Everything seems to have dried well. What if we mark it out and then do it two at a time? Sure.
We're about to start stitching.
This is not overkill. I just want my workpiece to be secure.
Use smaller clamps.
This one seemed appropriate. I think this is better than just doing it, like just holding it.
Well, maybe we should explain what kind of stitch we're doing.
I don't know what stitch we're doing. Why don't you explain that? I'm just over here messing around with my clamps.
Okay, so we're going to do what's called a saddle stitch, which is basically where you have two needles going at the same time. You know, on a normal stitch, you go up through one hole, down through the other, up through one hole, down through the other. It almost looks like a dotted line. This, instead of going like this, we're going like this.
Ooh, so fancy. Do that again.
It's gonna look like it's one continual line of thread instead of having gaps in the middle.
We heard online that a good way to estimate how much thread you need is run your string along the piece. Multiply that by 4.
What the internet told us to do. We're gonna start on one end, go in one side, and then go through that same hole but opposite direction with your other needle. Yeah,
Does it look fancy?
pretty fancy. I'm gonna have to undo it because it looks bad. Now I'm losing. The back side. Not look. Great. And the back side is the front side.
During this part of the video, we should go into voiceover and time lapse. Mine, I should go like, stitching is so relaxing. And then it switches to time lapse of yours, and you're like, shut up. I didn't want to seem like, oh, I was insulting you or anything.
I'm insulted! I'm almost caught up to you anyway.
Oh, really?
Don't look. I'm not that caught up. I was just...
So in the video that we watched Well, that nice gentleman said that I could just do it that way, which seems easier. You want to try it 2 different ways? You do a knot, I just...
No, I don't want to do a knot if he didn't say to do a knot. I don't want, like, this expert said to do it this way.
Let me get some... You just literally tie a knot?
I mean, well, that's how I do it. I'm not, like, I don't sew things. I'm gonna have to, like, double back down, but then only go through one.
On the inside.
That's what I was gonna try to do. I mean, if it doesn't work, I just start over.
I think that looks fine. Try it. I just have these 2 pieces of string coming out. That looks okay.
Yeah.
Okay-ish. Oh,
That's
it might be
good.
perfect.
Even just that kind of formed it. Look at it.
Look at that. That is so cool.
Ah!
Totally see the shape. Oh my god.
Okay, so
Now put it on your belt pocket. So cool. Fits so perfectly. Ooh.
oh yeah, this is the exact kind of outfit for knife wielding.
Need a knife?
Need a knife?
Oh yeah. That's not the right noise to make. I'm sorry.
I'm leaving. I can put it on my pants. I can put it. Slide it easily off pants. I can put it.
That's actually
kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. It's securely enough on your belt that you can just like pull it up with one hand, which is nice. Super legit.
I like that it's small. It's nice and sleek.
It's modern.
It's modern. It doesn't have a bunch of like unnecessary curves and stuff. And I'm excited to see as we use it more, it like keeps the shape.
Alrighty, well,
I like how we're like parodying Texans, and we live in Texas. We just like don't have real cowboy hats or boots or belts in my case.
I apologize. Well, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Cricut Maker below. And
See you next time.
bye.
Bye. About to start cleaning up. When we saw this, we totally forgot about it. It's to coat your edges so that they have a more finished look.
And I think that it makes them last longer. Looks pretty slick, right?
I was hoping we would hate it.
Which one do you think?
I like them both. What do you guys think? Should we finish the other one?
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
No, I'm not supposed to touch it. Ah!
Oh,
Yes, and I don't really shave that often. If anybody comments on it, suck my dick because a girl should not shave.
Which was kind of hard.
Oh no, it's not a built-in, it's a Murphy bed.
Oh, yeah.
Come back to the intro! Oh, dang it. Today we're gonna make built-ins on either side of our Murphy bed, and I think they're gonna be easier than this was.
We're starting at 8 o'clock at night, so I hope it's easier.
This design looks really familiar, because I've already watched episode 1 of this project.
But in this one, we are going to use some flat pack bookshelves from Lowe's and then trim them out to make DIY custom built-ins.
Did you say we're going to be used?
We're going to be used! Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is add... We're going to be putting some cabinets right here. But like the location of them needs to kind of be fixed. And there's nothing to really attach them to since they're going to be floating in the middle of all of this. They won't be touching this wall. They won't be touching this wall. They won't be touching this. So we're going to add some framing to this area so that we have something to attach them to. The first thing that we got to do is build the cabinet. So let's do that.
Oh! Hey, we could just be done now.
Alright, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Why are there so many of you? Jesus
So the other
Christ.
benefit of adding these framing pieces is it gives us something to attach our trim pieces to. Instead of trying to nail it into this little 3/4 inch area, we have a whole 2x4.
it's really secure right now. Using these metal brackets helped out a lot because it lets us screw in from this direction as opposed to this way, because getting screws that go through a 2x4 into the wood behind would have been a little bit crazy.
So you might remember last time we cut a hole in the back of the Murphy bed so that we would still have access to an outlet.
And instead of just leaving that outlet available, it's not that available because it'll be kind of like behind the bed and the pillows.
Okay, so now I have a giant mansion and a tiny little hut.
Right there.
So, could you give me a level?
Yes.
Two levels. You can
Just
see.
in case.
Okay, next part. What do I build next? I don't even know.
Instead of going into the wall and tying into some of the power in there, we're going to use this appliance replacement cord that has the wires exposed, and you can use the traditional wall hardware. It's going to be nice, but it's going to be easy too.
That's how one jinxes themselves.
Hey! Okay, look at that.
Just look at that.
Oh. What'd you
What's wrong?
This got squished. It's because we slammed it in there. Maybe if we continue that pattern. I wonder if we can just like force this in too.
I feel uncomfortable with this decision.
It mostly worked.
No.
Did I get the wrong thing?
Did we not screw it in enough?
Did I get the wrong box? Did I get the wrong cover?
No, the cover's right.
Just start everything over. Just tear down
Scrap
the
the
Murphy.
whole thing.
Scrap the whole thing.
Okay, you were right.
Note to self: these don't. Like, these are supposed to be the fancier ones
Yeah, what the heck?
that like snap on, but they just don't like cover your mistakes as well. Now to get that outlet box all working, we just need to plug this in right there. We need to go through this wall. So what is the nice?
Ah!
Oh God. What? Why are you going underneath it?
Because it's better.
Why can't you go above the bed?
I don't know. I thought this would be easier, but
Why would this be easier?
let's see. Oh, it does fit. I didn't think it fit. Oh, jeez. This is pretty bad, too. I'm just, like, bracing it in a very awkward way. Let's see if this works.
Yeah.
Woo!
Popcorn.
Ah! Okay, I give up for now. I can't think of anything else to build. That was the ingest of my creativity. I guess I could do like one thing a day. That would probably be better than me just sitting here for 20 minutes trying to figure out what to do next.
I still can't.
Stand on the bed. Stand in the middle.
I guess I could try to think over time what to do next.
So glad I'm getting this amazing shot.
This mansion over here, that's because I wanted something cool to build, and I think it looks cool. I don't know. I don't know how to fill it. The problem with a lot of big houses like these that I make is that I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. I just realized I could make it look better. But as I don't know what to put in them afterwards, like, I don't know how to optimize them.
Have one lamp.
And the newest craze, sleeping down flat. Oh,
Good for your back?
it's so comfortable. You don't even need pillows. It has safety straps, so you can strap yourself in so you don't roll around in your sleep. Oh my gosh! Oh boy!
Oh, that's so cool.
That's so cool!
It was a good day.
It was a good day. It's the end of day 2. I don't know why I'm putting up one finger.
Because it's merged into one day.
It is midnight.
Signing out for now. That was really lame. Are you ready? Yeah, still playing.
It looks good. But one thing I just realized, we're about to be adding trim right here. This one's good. It has these 2 points. This one, we're just going to be attaching it in here, and there's nothing to prevent this from swiveling in. Not at the top, not at the bottom.
Oh, we gotta add another 2x4.
We gotta add another 2x4, but I bet if we just like do a little snap, we can just have it done. Wow. Yeah, look at that. I guess it's time to add the trim.
That, okay, now I'm happier. That looks better. The funny thing is, though, is you could flip this half. It'd be fine.
Quick question. This is kind of bowing out a little bit there. Do you think that the nail gun will be enough?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! That holds it. You and I will be good friends. Guess our walls are crooked.
So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, looks like a really crappy job. But that is where caulking and painting comes in.
Hide all of our mistakes.
Now he's gonna do that 100 more times. What do you think? Done.
Guess I didn't finish the way down for this. Pierced nipples. I don't have pierced nipples, and that would be painful. Why is it attractive? I don't understand.
Such a journey to get here. It's finally here, and I'm so happy.
Like, I'm a masochist, but that's like a no.
3D printing accessories are now in the basket.
That looks a lot nicer than just piled literally on the floor. We put out a video every week, and we hope to see you then. Bye.
Bye. Well, horrible asshole.
We'll start with the baseboards. We'll start with the baseboards. I think
What are we gonna start with? Am I doing the things I ever?
you're doing something.
Hey, Evan.
Hey, Caitlin.
Have you ever wanted to recreate resin art you made, but with a medium that you're less familiar with, but you get to rub all over your body?
No. We're gonna have some good clean fun today, recreating our ocean resin art, but instead using soap.
So the ingredients and ratios are from Brambleberry, and we're going to use that as like a basis and then kind of go off the rails to make it our own. But if you want to do not melt and pour, if you want to go the lye and other stuff that goes into legit soap, there's some awesome ocean soap tutorials on royalty soaps on YouTube as well.
And this isn't our first rodeo with soaps before. We've done a few melt and pour projects. We're just not sure if we're ready for working with lye.
This is chicken. This is chicken on lye.
They take their safety warnings very seriously.
Honestly, we do some dangerous projects. You know, we do woodworking. We've done welding. Resin's a chemical, but the lies scare me. One day we'll do it.
One day we'll do it.
But for now, we want to focus on the artistry of our ocean and recreating our previous art. So I can outline the basics. We have some white soap and some clear soap. First, we shall make a sand layer. That's what we're cutting up the white soap for. And the cool thing is we got these walnut shell crumbs that you mix into the soap, and it gives it like a sandy texture.
They're probably exfoliating.
It says additive. I thought it said addictive, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so that's going to be the beach. And then we're going to have blue, green, and white for the ocean and waves. And then it's going to hopefully look like a top-down view of the ocean by the time we're done with this.
We get to use the cheese microwave.
At the moment, what I am doing, for those who cannot see what the fuck I'm doing, I am currently building a hallway for my mansion to get to.
I guess we could try both.
Oh, what if we get crusty soap?
Really try to talk crusty boy? Please try him. Please try my crusty boy. Ooh, tasty. Oh, I want to eat it. Looks like queso. Ooh. Oh, it's truly queso. Give me some chips. Actually, just stirring it.
It was warm enough. We just need to like beat the chunks out of it.
You know what they say about soap making?
Beat the chunks out.
Yeah, beat the chunks out of it. So now we're gonna add fragrance and stabilizer.
Okay.
That's really fine.
Yeah. Alright, so one we'll leave white and we'll set that aside because that's going to be the waves. And one we're going to turn brown so it can be the sand.
I'm a little worried about doing too much of the brown because it's these concentrated hard blocks. In the instructions it says a small shaving. Oh, wait. Do you do the sand first?
Yeah.
No, you do the Oh, you do. Man, that looks like, I don't know, like cookie crumbs and milk. It looks edible. It's like a milkshake. It brings the boys to the yard.
Okay. Small chunk.
I think it was too big.
I'll do the bigger half.
I was thinking the smaller. Oh, it's in there. It's the s'mores. It's the s'mores soap. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool if you could make s'mores soap. And like you made each individual element and then you layered it.
Has it melted yet? I don't notice much of a color difference. I'll nuke it a little bit more. What if it comes out looking like chocolate milk?
That would be too dark.
I'm not noticing much of a color difference.
Down this little guy?
Yeah, at least. I'm thinking like even more.
Okay, a tiny bit more, but like it's sand, not dirt, you know. It is tinted now.
I'm gonna do a little bit of an experiment. I'm gonna melt the chocolate soap all by itself and then pour it in to make sure it's dissolving.
Okay.
They didn't say to do this.
No, it didn't. That was fast.
See, this I will know. We'll truly know that it's like.
Oh, no. That was so much.
That looks like a great color to me.
I liked it better before.
You like that? I like that.
It is what it is, but fine. Now it looks like chocolate milk. Remember when you were like, well, what if it turns out looking like chocolate milk? And I was like, that'd be bad. Then you made it look like chocolate milk.
It's kind of delicious.
I know, that's a problem.
We have all this extra white. We could
chop more.
We could. I mean, it's gonna throw up our ratios of like the fragrance, and we're gonna have
Well,
to
both
add
of these are properly fragranced. We could it does look a little bit like chocolate milk.
Yep. I don't know what beach is.
Yeah, it should be more white sand. You're right.
That's...
No, you're totally right. Brown.
Let's melt some of the extra white. Let's not worry about adding more fragrance. I'm okay if it's like a little bit less.
Yeah, this is already quite a lot. This is already
Wait,
Wait,
So
Wait,
we'll
when-
add a little bit more.
Okay, I'll fix my mistakes. I created this mess. I'll get us out of here. Like the brave captain of a ship, sailing into the storm of poop that he's created. I mean, chocolate milk that he has created. That is really brown. I see it and I regret my decision.
Graham cracker dust.
Yeah, see, that is too white.
But that is a monstrosity.
Too much.
So we'll get a new container. We'll add the white, half the brown.
Yeah. Is that already?
White.
Oh my gosh, I really messed things up, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Right after that, too. Hey, you know, the plus side is now you have all this extra brown soap. We'll make a soap just for you. The brown soap.
You know, is there a possibility that we add too many shells? Because I could just add way more of the walnut shells.
I was kind of thinking that, too. I really like the walnut.
You know, let's just do a little more.
It'll just be extra exfoliating.
There you go. Perfect 10 ounces. Already it's looking way better than this.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we let this solidify a little bit, and then we're going to add some divots.
Remove some of those bubbles. Oh!
Oh, that was... Oh, hello? Are you here to inspect our soap making?
Or are you very interested in that rug?
I like rug.
You see how dusty that rug is.
Jimmy, do you want us to make you some soap too?
No.
I don't think Juby would approve unless it was catnip soap. So it's been a few minutes.
There's this sheet of solid soap on top, but you can see underneath
It's jiggly.
it's jiggly. But what we want to do is we want to create a little valley or something. We want to create some detail so it's not just like a flat shore.
Some kind of like waves, maybe like a little divot in the middle or something.
Yeah, so let's try to add that now while it's at this in-between stage of
Solid yet jiggly. Oh, did you reveal like the lava soap below?
But you can just kind of like smooth it out. You see, you kind of grab some of the lava and then you goop it on and like push it to the side. I don't know. There's a divot.
You know, it's not an even edge.
Yeah.
That was our goal.
We want it to be.
Soap is, you don't always know how it's going to turn out till you're done.
Look at that. Much smoother. It looks like kind of
yeah.
like little like mounty things. You just gotta keep on working it.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thanks for believing in my vision.
I believe in your vision, except when it's chocolate milk. All right, I figured it out. You know how we've been trying to save money to buy that 5,000-gallon tub of resin?
Yeah.
It's so simple. I mean, we already shop online, and you know that promo code field that taunts us at checkout?
Yeah.
Well, don't you get it? The answer is Honey. Honey is a free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart.
I see. So when you check out online, Honey pops up, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds, and if Honey finds a coupon, the price drops.
Exactly. Think of all the money we can save. Remember that $5.46 we saved on pizza?
Yeah.
All that savings is resin money.
I'm in. You're a genius.
If you don't already have Honey, you could be missing out on free savings, people.
It's literally free and installs in a few seconds, and by getting it, you'll be supporting our channel.
Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/Evan and Caitlin. That's joinhoney.com/Evan and Caitlin.
Thanks, Honey, for sponsoring today's video. Look at the camera. It's like two eyes. I'm angry.
Why are you angry?
He's empty, Caitlin. He's empty and only partially complete.
Shall we add the color? We have successfully melted our soaps. We've unsuccessfully added fragrance because we ran out of fragrance.
It's fragrant enough.
You know, we would have more.
The white has
Even
some.
in the chocolate milk.
The white swirls that are going to be added throughout have some fragrance.
Okay, so game plan. Because this is going to be, when we slice it, a top-down view of the beach. Our bottom layer should be light blue and white. Maybe a little bit of the teal.
Yeah.
That's where the waves are crashing.
Let's like add another level of dark.
Calm down.
We're going rogue. How about that? Is that good? Do you approve?
Yeah.
It's you that made that decision, just in case this is a horrible decision. Do you want to do the first layer?
Okay, baby. I'm just going to do like a mixture of the three of these.
Yep.
I'll layer them.
Look at that. Look at those swirls happening and
I
everything.
like some of those swirls.
And hopefully when it's like cross-sectioned, it'll like all look beautiful.
Yeah, and we want the highest concentration of waves in this layer because this is
Yeah.
closest to the shore.
Low and slow drizzle.
It's really pretty.
Oh wow. Oh no, this is definitely like, I think it might be time for a heat after this one layer right here. Do they fit in with the sticks? They do.
That's a lot of soap.
Let's make sure they don't like up. There's certain parts where these don't fit. Hot soap.
Oh, it's so resiny.
Hot. Does this resonate with you, Caitlin?
It resonates with me. You know, I had an idea.
What's that?
What if we embedded some little Easter eggs?
What Easter eggs?
I was just looking at our soap mixin, and I was like, you know, these little bits of lavender might
Look
look
like
like dead
people?
fish. I mean, either way.
Yeah. That's just a deep part of the ocean.
We have used up all of our soap, so we just need to let this sit overnight, and then we can find out what it looks like inside.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cross your fingers.
It has been 2 days, and it is time to reveal our soap. Will it be beautiful? Will it have all merged into one uniform blob? We will find out. Are you ready? Don't peek. Wait, I mean, you can peek, but like, wait for me to film it. Oh,
From the
deep
side.
layers.
From the side, it looks interesting. Alright, now I just kind of, do I fold it over?
Just don't damage the soap.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Up. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, beachy.
Beachy.
I mean, if that end piece, oh, all the walnut settled.
From the side, that looks nice too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. So again, oh, we left it inside. Let me get our comparison point. Here is the resin art we are trying to mimic. So the goal is beach on the bottom, lighter ocean, and waves that fades to deeper, darker ocean. Just everyone remember this image because it's too heavy for me to hold.
I am excited to see if this cross-section holds up or if slicing it ruins it or what have you. But I'm going to start by slicing off the end. There's some like not great bits.
It's like
Right there.
the end of a piece of bread.
And I'm going to try to use these wooden things to like guide a straight cut.
Not straight.
Hey, but that looks great!
It does look great.
That was not straight in any way.
Maybe we should rethink how we're cutting this.
Man, that is so thick on the bottom.
Like a graham cracker crust.
That looks great. It's still transparent.
Oh, that is pretty cool. I mean, that one's really thin.
Thin.
There's a reason soap makers have those nice
Wire cutter things?
wire cutters.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a nice one. Watch this. Look at it from the side. I probably should have done that from the beginning to like make sure it's straight all the way down. That's okay.
Ooh. The first real piece. Is it bendy?
I broke it. I squished it a little bit, I think, too. Hey, but that's kind of what we're going for.
It is. We kind of derped up the slice, but that's actually pretty dang cool. And we did succeed in the lighter and more waves towards the sand and the darker farther out as the ocean got deeper.
Yeah.
And the natural curve to the beach.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to try slicing one?
How about we slice a few more of these and then we come back to you?
Well, I was going to say you try. Because you were criticizing me.
Okay, fine.
Oh my god.
I need leverage.
Okay, want me to hold these in place?
No, I got it.
Got it?
You can do the camera. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Is it lather? Is this nice? Or will the whole thing fall apart when we put it in water? Let's find out. It is definitely like a rough bottom. You really need to like work off some
Callus?
grit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm really glad we were able to see this process.
That's an hour's worth of work. Okay. Mine is like 20 minutes of me like contemplating my life choices. It's like 40 minutes of work.
we keep
was just
upgrading,
this.
we got the look that we want. I think that this is a great success.
Great success.
Great success, yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching.
And if you want more
Oh,
everyday
God.
that we live stream, we have a second channel. We have
I
a
will
gaming
come
channel,
back
and we have a podcast.
eventually.
See ya, bye.
Oh.
Meme review. I don't know why it's stuck in my head.
I feel like the people will want to see what he looks like.
But I will
Brown
see
soap
you
of
all
shame.
later.
Brown soap of shame. Yeah! Chocolate milk! What do you think? I bet he smells better than the rest of these.